Hello friends, welcome back to the channel. It's Jenny Gaston, your friendly neighborhood therapist who isn't afraid to call things out. And so how are we feeling today? Here's my feeling pillow. All right, Google the feeling wheel so you can get this diagram. How are we feeling? Today we're going to dive into something messy but important. Gaslighting in relationships. You know, that psychological warfare tactic where someone makes you question your own memory, your feelings, and even your sanity. All right. By the end of this video, you'll not only understand the signs of gaslighting, but also walk away with some tools to protect your peace. So grab your coffee, your tea, maybe a snack, or a snack that you pretend is just for the kids. And so let's get to it. Quick question for you right off the bat. Have you ever walked away from a conversation thinking, wait, am I the crazy one here? If yes, drop me in the comments. Drop me in the comments. Because gaslighting can make you feel that way. So what is gaslighting? Gaslighting is a form of emotional abuse and manipulation where the goal is simple: control. It started as a term from a 1930s play where a husband slowly made his wife think she was losing her mind by dimming the gaslights and denying it little by little. Fast forward to today, same trick, different tools. And so it could be your neighbor saying something like, you know, that never happened. And you're like, I'm pretty sure it did. I have it on the ring camera. Or someone can say, oh, you're too sensitive. Or you're always exaggerating. Why you gotta be so dramatic, right? So this is a way to minimize your feelings. And little by little, you start doubting yourself. Like, wait a minute. That's the doubt. That's the hook. That's gaslighting. Now, I want to know, comment below, what's the most common gaslighting phrase you've heard or noticed in others? Okay. And sadly, this could be from an environment that you grew up in. This could be a dating relationship. You can see gaslighting in the workplace. The list goes on. So let's talk about the signs that you're being gaslit. For all my note takers, here's the first one. They rewrite history. You remember something clearly, but they insist you're wrong. Okay? Suddenly you're second guessing your memory, doubting yourself. And this is why if you're ever feel the urge to record someone, most likely you have been gaslit by that person. Number two, they minimize your feelings. You're upset, they tell you you're overreacting. You're sad, they say, oh, you're dramatic, you're always crying, you're a crybaby. Basically, they hand you a crazy label or overly sensitive label every time you feel something. All right. Number three, they project. They accuse you of things they're guilty of. Cheating, lying, manipulation. Yup. Instead of owning up, they toss it to you. Classic move, classic move. Number four, you're always apologizing. Ever notice you apologize for things you didn't even do wrong? That's because your conscience is being chipped away. And sometimes you just want to just stop the drama. You're like, you know what? I'm just going to apologize. Number five, you feel confused and off balance. Conversations feel like a maze. You walk in clear, walk out scratching your head like, wait a minute, it's cloudy. So let's pause here. If any of these hit home, comment ouch below. And don't worry, I promise you're not alone. All right. So now here's the big question. Why does gaslighting even work? Why does it work? Well, because it plays on two very human things. All right. So the first is our need to trust people close to us. I mean, that's something that is natural human need. And the second is our fear of being wrong or seen as crazy. Okay. And this is why gaslighting works. When the person manipulating you is someone you love, your brain more likely to believe them over you, especially if it's a parent that you want their validation, right? Over time, you lose trust in yourself. That's why gaslighting is dangerous. It's not just about one fight, it's about creating a long-term power imbalance. And if you have a parent that gaslights, guess what? They may continue doing it even as you're an adult to maintain that power because they don't want that dynamic to change. So let me ask you, do you think gaslighting is always intentional, or can people do it without realizing? Drop your thoughts below. I'm curious to what you think. Okay? So let's make this real. Imagine you catch your partner texting someone late at night and you bring it up and they say, "You're paranoid. Wow, you don't even trust me at all." Or my favorite, "You're just insecure." Okay, now did we even address the issue here? See what they did? Instead of addressing the shady behavior, they flipped it back to you. Okay, that's what gaslighting does. You don't really solve the problem. Another example, you say, "It hurt me when you yelled." And they reply, "I wasn't yelling. You're just sensitive. I'm just speaking loudly. That's all." Okay. Now you're questioning, was it yelling or am I too sensitive? And boom, they planted that seed of doubt. That's all they had to do. And now you're over here losing sleep and they're fine. Okay. So quick check-in. Has someone ever flipped the situation back on you so hard you ended up apologizing when they were the ones wrong? Comment yes if that ever happened. Comment yes. And we need to break this cycle, guys. And so don't worry. Okay, enough of the depressing stuff, right? We're going to talk about solutions because I want you to feel empowered. So number one, document things. I hate to say, keep a journal, write down conversations, dates, what was said. Facts are your best friend when someone's trying to distort reality. A lot of time you see this in families, toxic family systems, right? Because we want to keep someone as the black sheep. So let's keep gaslighting, let's keep lying about them, and the flying monkeys agree. Number two, trust your gut. If something feels off, it usually is. Your body often knows before your brain can catch up. Three, obviously set boundaries. You don't need to argue with a gaslighter. Please don't. Sometimes the best move is, this conversation isn't productive. I'm stepping away. Let me repeat after me. This conversation is not productive and therefore I'm stepping away. Sometimes we want closure, but sometimes, seeking closure does more damage. Number four, seek support. Talk to friends, family, or a therapist. Outside perspectives helps ground you back into reality, because when you're with a gaslighter, you are in the twilight zone. I hope I'm not aging myself. Number five, know when to walk away. This is the hardest, but sometimes necessary. Emotional manipulation is abuse, period. And you deserve better. I'm going to repeat that again to those in the back. Emotional manipulation is abuse and you deserve better. So here's a challenge for you guys in the comments. What is one boundary you're learning to set in your relationships? Be mindful that gaslighting does not happen only in intimate partner relationships. It can happen in friendships, it can happen with colleagues, it can happen with parents and children, and so forth. So friends, here's the truth. Gaslighting is sneaky, but once you know the signs, you can't unsee them, all right? And once you trust yourself again, their control starts to break, right? So like a puppet, they've been controlling you. We're cutting those strings. So if this video helped you, share with a friend who might need to hear it, because you never know, right, whose light bulb you will trigger. And before you go, answer this. What's one piece of advice you got from this video that can help you, or you'll give someone who suspects they're being gaslit? As always, thanks for hanging out with me today. And remember, protecting your peace is not optional. It's a priority and it's survival. Okay, so see you in the next one. Much love.